For the first time since 1986, Victoria ISD in the state Final Four in baseball. Victoria East beat George Ranch 4-1 in the state semifinals to get to this point. They would take on the Aledo Bearcats for the 4A state championship. Let's go to the highlights.
The Titans look for not only their first team title in any sport in their brief 5-year history, but the first for a Victoria ISD school since 2004 and the first boys team state title since 1985. Aledo, meanwhile, hadn't won a state championship in 6 days when softball beat Ennis in the 4A final. They look to become the third school to win softball and baseball titles in the same season and the first to ever win all three in the same school year. Victoria East starting pitcher Michael Garcia was in trouble early. Things got started well for the Bearcats as they scored single runs in each of their first two at-bats. The first two batters of the game reached base for Aledo off a single and a walk. Aledo's Zane Willems now batting when Garcia's pitch gets away from catcher Mason Tipton. The pass ball allows the runners to move up 90 feet. Garcia gets Willems to ground out to second base. What would have been a double play without the pass ball instead is only a routine ground out that allows a run to score and gave the Western Metroplex team an early lead. Now to the second inning where Garrett Buell singled, went to second on a costly error, and then got to come home on an RBI single by Luke Glover to make it 2-0 Aledo.
I think it helped us to kind of settle in and relax and focus and play baseball and not be uptight.
We weren't as sharp and clean as we needed to be defensively. You know, we made a couple errors that gave them the extra base, and then they came through with some clutch hits.
That's all the run support Bearcat starting pitcher Taco Anderson would need. Name ring a bell? Let's flash back about 6 months to December 21st at the 4A Division II football title game. Anderson caught a pair of touchdowns in the fourth quarter as Aledo beat Brenham and won their 5th state championship in football. Flash forward to the baseball game, and Anderson was in a groove throughout. He only struck out 4 batters, but was masterful in other ways. In the third inning, Victoria East had runners on second and third with 1 out. However, Anderson got Tim Gleinzer to ground out to short, and Mason Tipton fouled out to the catcher to end the threat. As it turned out, the Titans would not produce another scoring threat the rest of the game.
Their leadoff hitter is their, they said he was his best hitter, and he was the district MVP, and I think I struck him out one time, and that's when I was like, okay, I'm in a groove right now. I mean, I'm feeling it.
The ground ball hit the shortstop, and our runner, you know, went back to third instead of taking the home right there, you know, and that could have made a 2-1 ball game, and you know, we're in it right there. That kind of took the cells out of us.
Garcia was unable to match Anderson's dominance. He gave up a single and 2 walks in the fourth to load up the bases, and he was pulled from the mound in favor of Zach Lee. He was able to get out of the jam when Wade Rayburn flew out to end the inning. The line on Garcia, he pitched 3 2/3 innings and allowed 2 unearned runs and 5 hits while walking 3 batters.
Usually I just try to go out there and throw strikes and get outs, but I guess that didn't happen. But I tried my hardest. I mean, our team tried hard, and we gave it our all.
We had to be more urgent, and you know, the way their guy was dealing and the defense they were playing, we just had to change it up. We wouldn't be here without him. He won back-to-back game 3s the last 2 weeks. Just didn't work out tonight for us.
Anderson, meanwhile, kept the Titans off the scoreboard and mostly off the base paths. From the 4th inning on, he did not allow a hit, and only 2 balls even left the infield. In fact, no Titan runner reached second base in the final 4 innings.
Taco was completely in control, great command of his off-speed pitches, and they didn't seem to be able to figure him out.
It was scaring me a little bit because if we didn't get a few more runs, I was gonna get scared. If I gave up 2 or 3 like key hits, it could have been a tie game. They could have gone up.
He settled down and got in a groove, and we just couldn't get nothing. We couldn't get no pressure on him, and you know, hats off to Aledo and to their ball club. They did a great job tonight, and they deserve everything they got.
In the 6th inning, Aledo got some more help from East. With 2 on and 2 out, Rayburn struck out for the apparent final out, but a pass ball by catcher Mason Tipton allowed Rayburn to reach, which loaded the bases and kept the inning alive.
I thought it was a foul ball, and then when he took off and the umpire said that it wasn't foul, I was thinking that kid is probably the luckiest kid I've seen. I think that's the 3rd time he struck out in the playoffs and ended up on first on a pass ball. And that's what I told him when he got third. I said, you might be one of the luckiest strikeout persons I've ever seen.
Whether it was luck or fate, Aledo cashed in. The very next batter, Zane Willems, took advantage of the extra out and pounded a single to left center field to score a pair of runs to make it 4-0.
We finally got the hit that we've been getting throughout the playoffs.
The only question left was whether or not Anderson would get the shutout. Well, I kind of already hinted at that, but here's visual evidence. 7th inning and a nice, beautiful catch by Rayburn in center field on a rare East fly ball. Martinez popped out for the 21st and final out, and Aledo won their third team state title of the season, 4-0 over Victoria East. As expected, Anderson was the game's MVP.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It just means so much to me, especially that we won state my senior year, and I mean, I don't know. There could have been anyone who got it. I mean, our whole team played insane today.
Even though Victoria East came up short, Garcia said it was still great to help get a Victoria ISD team back into the state finals in any sport.
I'm very proud. I mean, coming out of a new school and making history for a new school and putting Victoria back on the map, I mean, it's amazing.
For a while there, we were the only 30 people that in all of Texas that believed that we could get here, and was it easy? Heck no. But was it worth it? Absolutely. Couldn't be more proud to be a part of Victoria East and Victoria, Texas.
By the way, the odds on one school winning a football, softball, and baseball title in the same season are roughly 1 in 1,048,000.
I think it's just a testament to the kids in Aledo, whether it's baseball, football, softball. Everybody wants to be successful. Everybody works hard. Everybody expects to be successful, and they work hard to do it.
Reporting from Round Rock, Jeff Power, Max Prep Sports, your leader in online high school sports content.